check. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. All right, so the book that I'm reading from is Magical Riches: Occult Rituals for Manifesting Money by Damon Brown. I'm gonna read a part in the book that is how your money will manifest. All right, so the way that it's written, the author is talking about the magic, using the magic that is in the book. However, the things that the author is saying are things and principles that you can apply to whatever type of magic system you're using to manifest money. All right. So I'm reading it because the information that's given is information that you can apply in general, and it's not limited to this magic that's being worked in this book. I thought it'd be something good and informative to read, knowing that money is the number one reason people get into magic by far. Number one reason is money. You know what I'm saying? It's not even close. All right, so with that being said, though, most people still don't really get their money magic to produce the results that they're looking for, and that's just a fact. All right, so give me a hot second and we can dive into this. All right. Damon Brown is one of my favorite authors dealing with occult science because of the way that he writes. He writes in a very simplistic and kind of a straight to the point way, right? He don't use a whole bunch of extra words that aren't necessary to use to get the point across. So anyway, how your money will manifest. All right, so anybody dealing with any sort of magic, whether it be big rituals or just little spells, this would be some good advice for you to adhere to. How your money will manifest. When you use magic in this book, expect the money to manifest in unusual ways. Do not try to predict where or when the money will come from. You may be surprised at the variety of inventive ways the spirits have for bringing money into your life. When working with the occult, you are advised not to lust for results. That is, if you let go of the result and don't check anxiously to see where and when it will manifest more readily. If you doubt and fear and monitor your results too closely or assume the magic has failed, that can interrupt the magic and prevent it from working. It is never a good idea to say that ritual didn't work until at least a year has passed, because you just don't know where or when the result will manifest. When you declare your magic a failure, you are canceling the magic out. Give the magic time. This magic is designed to work fast, but magic takes the path of least resistance. Sometimes the easiest way to manifest a specific result is by waiting for the right time. I have done magic to recover debts and sometimes I have been paid within hours, while at other times it has taken over a year. But I didn't care because at least I got the money. If all the magic in this book took a year to work, it wouldn't be much use to you. Have no fear. You should get some very fast results, but don't sit around waiting for them. Allow the results to come about when they come about. When you've seen the results occur a few times, this will rarely be an issue for you. But when starting out, you may be extremely eager to see a result. This eagerness can come from a desire for proof that the magic works, or simply because you need the money right now. That's perfectly understandable, but the best approach is to adopt the mindset that magic works when you give it time and space to work. The less you rush it, the faster it happens. The less you care about a result, the better the result will be. Being this relaxed about results does take some mental skill, but you don't have to pretend to be desireless. Of course you want money, and of course you want the results you're aiming for. You have genuine wants and a real desire for money. You almost certainly want it right now. So how are you meant to cope with this paradox? In practice, this means that every time you think about a ritual that you've already performed, which may be once a day or 50 times a day, don't worry about the result or concern yourself with any lack you may feel. Instead, remember the moment of emotional alchemy and the emotion you were left with at the end of the ritual. This takes just a moment. You refocus on the final emotion and the pleasure that you imagine you'll feel when the result comes about. And then you busy yourself with something else, rather than wondering where the money will come from. If you find that you are focusing on lack or worrying about a result, ease yourself away from the thought and distract yourself with some other activity. A few stray thoughts will not hijack your magic. It's only when you obsessively worry and hope for a result that you can dampen the magical effect. Let me read that again. A few stray thoughts will not hijack your magic. It's only when you obsessively worry and hope for a result that you can dampen the magical effect. Hope is another form of doubt. Whenever you hope, you are underlining your doubt. One of the wonderful things about magic is that you don't need belief or faith for the magic to work. I've seen people who don't believe in angels get great results from angelic magic because they followed the steps correctly. Doubt, though, can undermine your efforts, as can hope. Instead of hoping, doubting, wishing, or praying, you should approach magic with casual confidence. Perform the magic seriously, with focused intent, but then get on with your life as though you never did the magic at all. You can even complete a ritual and then assume that it might take as long as a year for the result to manifest. That way, you let go. You stop hoping and you stop wishing for a quick payment. You can trick yourself into thinking like that. You'll get some pleasant surprises. It's also important to do your part in the real world. If you perform a gambling ritual, make sure you at least buy a lottery ticket. If you're doing magic to recover a debt, don't stop legal proceedings to recover the debt. Instead, push ahead with the legal work harder than ever. If you're doing magic to attract more sales, do all the real world work you can to improve your sales. The more you do in the real world, the greater the magical impact. Your efforts accelerate the magic, and the magic empowers your efforts. Let me read that again. The more work you do in the real world, the greater the magical impact. Your efforts accelerate the magic, and the magic empowers your efforts. For some of these rituals, there isn't much you can do. The Master Money Ritual, for example, only requires that you remain open to moments of intuition and that you welcome unexpected money. Oh, might be some money calling right there. That's really how it should be working. Alright, we're wrapping it up now. When magic does come to you, out of the blue, never dismiss it as coincidence. Magic usually works by arranging a series of coincidences to get what you want. If you perform a ritual to get a debt paid, and the money arrives in an envelope an hour later, you might be tempted to think, it can't have been the magic because this was posted yesterday and I only just did the ritual. Magic works through both directions in time. You can affect events in the past to align with the future if you want. This is why magic can sometimes yield a result within minutes. When you get a magical result, enjoy it and know that your magic has worked. It is clear you should not lust for result, but you should never ignore results when they come. The act of enjoying a result is vital if you want your magic to work on a continual basis. Celebrate your results, even the small ones, and greater things will come to pass. Alright, so the last part, what he's saying about the magic, your results can come so quick and you might be thinking like the magic didn't have nothing to do with that because this was already in motion. So I can attest to that because I've done several rituals. I've done a lot of magic and I could tell afterwards that the magic was already in place, already started manifesting like a day or two before I even did the ritual. It really does work like that. Like that happens like frequently. You can do a good ritual, right? And if you notice, you know what I'm saying, like the effects of the ritual will actually start to manifest before you even actually carry out the magic. I don't know how it works like that, but shit do be working like that. Anyway, the book I'm reading from, again, Magical Riches by Damon Brand.